Today, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers taking on Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And it certainly hadn't taken Herbert long to earn his status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. Locked and loaded at every snap. And the second he sees an opening, that ball is soaring downfield. You better be on your toes against him on defense. The second you turn your head, he'll burn you.
First carry for Najee Harris. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Flush to his right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. Powering forward. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their rookie QB, the young man out of Oregon.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
His throw incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw, here's Nix. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. That's into the hands of McLaughlin. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
In motion left goes Sutton. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Here's 3rd and 3. Now it's Nix. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he will have a Broncos 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the 1st down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
On the handoff, McLaughlin. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. They work now on 2nd and 9. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Working out of the gun is Nix. Over the middle, complete. It's McLaughlin. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing Nix. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Herbert. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Third and 2. Here's Herbert. Short throw to Disley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 35. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 35-yard line. Herbert now. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. A give up the middle to Dobbins. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Will Dissly from 4 yards out. And the Chargers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Nix. Open man downfield. It's Vele. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. The give is to McLaughlin. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Second and 1 now from the 21. A carry from McLaughlin. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, partner, I haven't seen a vote for most popular player on the team. This guy's got to get a lot of votes. He does not care, does he? Totally unselfish, physical runner, doesn't worry about yardage, just keeps moving the chains, being a team player.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. They'll run. It's McLaughlin. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Nix to the air. To the right side, he's got Vele. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try it with Estime. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are once again back in front.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal. But we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL. So they're not going to be denied here. And they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's Justin Herbert and the rest of the Charger offense. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw here, Herbert.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The Chargers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert. That is caught. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
And that's a good job there of knuckling down as an offense. You're trying to avoid 3 and out at all costs. And after 2 straight incompletions, this one's on target, and they're able to keep the chains moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Herbert back to the air. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Quentin Johnston, the intended receiver on the play.
And it's 2nd down.
They'll try the draw here with Dobbins.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4.
A good scheme and an early win for this pass rush. They got back there before he could work through his entire progression and ended that play early.
Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The football going back over to the Denver Broncos. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
first and 10. Here's Nix.
Throw left side complete. That's Sutton. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. On the ground, here's McLaughlin.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Right back to him on first down. And room there to work it inside the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Nix.
Buying time to his... Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And picked up by the Chargers.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, Herbert.
That one complete to McConkey.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Two minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Flushed out right. A strong running. And he's got this down to the 35. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. On first down, Justin Herbert.
He gets it to Johnston. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Herbert operating from the red zone. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He finds his receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Dicker now to tack on the extra point.
And that makes it 14-10. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And in the end, it was Mike Williams who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. After the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. Nix on 1st down. He completes this to Sutton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Nix. He finds his man, complete. That's McLaughlin. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Nix. And that's going to be caught by Sutton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here's Nix once more.
Open man, and again it's Sutton. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Here's McLaughlin.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Nix from the shotgun.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Nix. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Tui Pelotu
from that outside linebacker spot. Gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Looking to throw. Nix. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Nix.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 53. The kick by Lutz is good, and they have regained the lead. So it's his 3rd field goal now with a ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 22.
He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
From the 23, here's the 2nd and 9.
Herbert.
Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now a first down carry for Harris.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw.
Herbert over the middle and caught by McConkey.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Operating from the gun. Herbert, short throw to Disley. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Operating from the gun. Herbert, that's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw.
He's got this to Williams, complete.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards, the final tally.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Second and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. His pass caught at the 4. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And they have regained the lead.
So 2 lead changes already in this third quarter. One side takes the lead with a field goal. The other takes it right back.
And I'm starting to get the feel that it's going to be this way all the way to the end. I hope you feel the same way, because in this particular game, these two are evenly matched. Let's see how it turns out.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
And coming out now, the Broncos.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Nix.
And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
A third quarter now, at a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Up the middle they go. McLaughlin. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Nix throwing on 3rd down.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Denver. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
That definitely sets up a much more difficult 3rd down.
Yeah, you figure 2nd and 2, one they thought they could pick up. Now you're facing 3rd and 4.
Yeah, got to give the front 7 a lot of credit for making that play. I'm just starting to wonder, partner, is 2nd and short also a throwing down in the NFL now?
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
Operating from the gun.
Herbert able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Open man right side. That's McConkey.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play action. It's Herbert.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left.
On third down, here's Harris. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out, or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
They're going for it. This is Harris.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
Eluding the pressure right.
And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down.
A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the D blanketed his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finished this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Chargers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Harris.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Again, it's Harris.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Chargers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Extra point try now from Dicker.
And with that, the lead is up to 8. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Nix now on 1st and 10. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
On the handoff, McLaughlin.
Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. To throw, here's Nix.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Broncos.
Now it's Nix.
Finds his tight end Ingram. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
2nd down and 4. Working out of the gun is Nix. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And that will be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
They're going. It's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's a bit of a dangerous part of the field for him to break into their bag of tricks, but for a minute there, I thought it was going to set up perfectly for him. Instead, they don't get into the end zone, but they do pick up positive yardage.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Burton. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Mike Burton, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. LA set to take over again on offense. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Herbert on 1st down now. And this one finds McConkey. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Herbert. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's going to air one out. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Herbert off of play action. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
But just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches.
Herbert now. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now Herbert.
Williams brings it in. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll fight forward on the straight ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it's capped off by the late touchdown. It's a 7-point lead here in the final minute of the game. Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So the Broncos now down by 7, 46 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Back to throw. Into the hands of Ingram. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Here's second and a yard. They'll look to throw. We'll get that complete to Vele. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run.
This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
Yeah, and for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense. It's proving it to their teammates that they can have the confidence in them when they line up in these situations.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Southern California.